My girlfriend humiliated the hell out of me last night and now I don't know how to feel about our relationship. My girlfriend, 24F, humiliated the hell out of me, 25M, last night and now I don't know how to feel about our relationship. How can I approach this? My girlfriend and I have been dating for a year now. We actually just celebrated our 1-year anniversary 2 weeks ago. Last night we decided to go out to one of my friend's gatherings, game night basically. He invited his guy friends along with their girlfriends, so other women were going to be there. After the gathering, we talked about going to a bar for drinks, and I told her this, because she doesn't really drink, at all. I asked her if she wanted to stay home or whatever else, and she said no she'd come, because she'd good friends with one of the girls. We went to the gathering and everything was fine. She had half a cup, of the paper cups, of beer, and hung out with the girls, while I hung with the guys. I noticed she was having a lot of fun, and when we decided to go to the bar, she was not tipsy or anything. This is relevant. We were one of the last couples left to leave the bar a few hours later, and by this time, she was very obviously drunk, to the point where she couldn't even walk straight. Like I said before, she doesn't drink, has probably only drank about 1 or 2 times in her whole life, and never to the point of getting drunk, so she was obviously very affected by the alcohol. She kept saying she didn't feel well, and was crying on the floor. The whole time, I'm trying to pick her up, lead her toward the door to the car, etc., but she's acting like she doesn't know who I am, is pulling away from me but calling my name at the same time, and keeps crying out no every time I try to comfort her or pick her up. Her eyes were closed but would open, in that heavy, sleepy way that someone looks when they're drunk, and she would look right at me, but kept saying no and stop. At this point we were drawing a lot of attention. Nearly everyone in the bar was looking at us. People started coming up to us, women and men, and asked her, completely ignoring me, if she was okay. They literally barricaded themselves in front of her, and at this point one of the guys told me to just back off. One of the security officers came over and started questioning me, but no matter how many times I told them she was my girlfriend, no one believed me. I called back one of my friends who had just left, the other couple who was left with us, hoping that they could vouch for me, but I don't know what came over my bro's girlfriend. But when they came back in and saw my girlfriend like that on the floor, she started asking me what I did to her because she wasn't like that when they left a few minutes ago. Not literally a few minutes, but about a half hour or so ago. Someone apparently even called the cops, because they walked in shortly after, and I was questioned again. At this point I just wanted to leave before I got arrested or jumped, because everyone was watching me like I was a criminal. My girlfriend eventually came too, and they got her to call her brother, who came and picked her up. He gave me the dirtiest look. This is someone I was really cool with before. Eventually, the police let me go and I went home. Early this morning, my girlfriend came home. She was hungover but fine, and confused. I told her everything that happened last night, because she said once we got to the bar she remembered nothing after that. For a moment she was silent, and I asked her what was wrong. She told me she feels weird because she doesn't understand why people would react so strongly if I wasn't acting strange. Why her brother and my one friend and girlfriend were worried about me if I wasn't acting strange. This threw me off. I asked her what she meant. She told me never mind after another silence, and joked that she would never do that again. Drink. I laughed it off earlier too, but didn't feel right. Here's what's bothering me. I know what she was going to say. We've talked about it before. In her last relationship, she had a boyfriend that assaulted her when she was asleep. She tells me that she trusts me, but basically right then it felt like she was saying she was unsure, that she was about to ask me if I was going to do anything to her. I already feel humiliated about what happened last night. I was treated like a criminal all because I was trying to get her home safe. I didn't tell her about how I'm feeling, because she can't remember any of it, so what would she even say? But all throughout today, I've been feeling a certain way. I'm not sure if it's resentment or just embarrassment. I don't want to blame her for the reactions of other people. I know she can't control that and they were just looking out for her. I know that she can't remember, but I feel angry at her for some reason. I don't know how to approach this. I know what she was going to say was based on past trauma, but now I feel like she doesn't trust me, and I feel disgusting, like I've done something wrong. Is there any way for me to bring this up properly? I value our relationship and really love this girl, but I don't know how to express my feelings, or if anyone could help me even identify what I'm feeling so I know how to approach her.